All right, questions for Coach Johnson?
Are practices any different during the bye week as far as preparation goes?
Not as far as preparation. We spend a little more time on fundamentals sometimes, and like today we went good against good in pass skill. We'll try to mix in a little of that, but you're still working on the team stuff's working towards Duke. Yeah.
Do you give any looks to guys further down the depth chart just to see where they're at?
We didn't today. I mean, you know, they're playing on the scout team, so you see them right now. I used to let kids scrimmage, but with the numbers the way they are, I'm afraid to get guys hurt, and then you don't have a good scout team.
Curious, Corey and AJ had a lot of success coming down from the box and blitzing and so forth. Is that something that you can take forward, or is that really the only thing you could do just with an option team or the
No, you can always use those guys in those roles. Yeah.
I imagine you were pleased to see them get a little more involved into that.
Well, Corey's been involved in the run game all year. He's done a nice job against the run. I mean, that's kind of his forte. He's a physical kid, and he's good against the run coming down in the box.
Naturally, with the two new tackles in the last game, the focus was on Jehazel. How did Eason do on the other side?
He did okay. I mean, I think we're getting better on offense. It's like I said. I mean, the last 2 weeks, we were 6 of 9 and
5 of 8.
Yeah, 6 of 8.
Yeah,
it's pretty good.
Are PJ or Steph, are you hopeful for Duke?
Yeah, I mean, Steph for sure. Steph played in the last game.
Okay.
We'll see about PJ. We're hopeful, yeah.
How much of a difference do you think that made Saturday not having PJ out there? He's sort of the guy that's one of your more sure tacklers and very active in that run.
Anytime you take a leader off the field, I mean, he's a senior and the leading tackler and all that. It doesn't help for sure. And he's got a lot of experience, yeah. So we'd like to have him on the field. He's one of our better players.
As far as just like the third down defense and all the challenge of the defense, how much of that is tackling? Is not tackling well?
Yeah, you know, some maybe. I mean, anytime you're having struggles on defense, it's probably some of it's got to do with tackling.
Right. Is that something? I mean, given that I imagine you're
we practice it. We work on it every day.
Okay. Well, like, are you doing less just because contact?
No, we went full pass today. Every day we're in pads or shells. We do a tackling circuit or a turnover circuit, or you know, we're practicing the same way we always practiced.
Right.
It's not any different.
Are you hopeful that you'll see kind of improvement with the defense of the last 5 games? Do you see
on third downs? Yeah, I mean we've got to get better. It's like I said, right now. I've always said this. I measure the thing by efficiency. If you want to have a realistic look at where you are, you have to do it by efficiency. I mean, it's like I've explained 1,000 times. You know, you can be good on defense and play 100 snaps because your offense is going fast break and give up a lot of yards and a lot of points, but you got to do it by possession. That's the only way that you can see how efficient you are.
Right.
You know, on offense so far for the year, we've averaged running about 57 plays a game. Averaging about, I don't know, off the top of my head, what are we averaging a play? 5, 8, something like that. So, you know, if you were running 80 plays, that'd be over 400 yards, but we're not.
Do you feel like those stats are getting really skewed now in terms of total offense, total defense, because of the differences between teams like yourself?
I don't pay any attention to total offense and total defense. It's a useless stat. It's a cherry pick. I mean, you know, it's like whatever you want to do. It's again, when you play 8 possessions and the other team plays 16, that ought to be good. I look at how many times do they score in 8 possessions. That's the only thing that matters. And you know, we've done a pretty good job on defense of not giving up big plays and scores. Would we like to get off the field? Absolutely. We'd like to be better on third down.
What tells you that part is getting better, the third down defense?
Well, I don't know that anything the last couple of games has told me it's getting better. I'm just saying that we've got to do better on third down.
I mean, I imagine there's a lot of things, but like...
Well, you know the biggest problem on third down?
I think third and short.
Yeah, but third and short's a problem. And then, you know, we've given them up with scrambles, we've given them up with penalties, we've given them up with different things. And when you get somebody third and long, you got to get them off the field. Like Saturday's game, we created more negative plays than we have all year. I mean, tackles for loss, sacks, those kind of plays. Well, when you get those, and we got a lot of them on first down, but if you go back and look, probably on second down, they probably averaged 7 or 8 yards a play. And then they're right back into 3rd and 4 or less, and those are tough.
In terms of, I guess, being aggressive on defense, I imagine that
Okay, we're averaging almost 6 yards a play, 5.9.
in terms of being aggressive on defense, now that the offense is sort of back where you expect it to be.
Well, we're not where I would like the offense to be.
Sure.
I mean,
But it allows you to
like
turn
be
it loose a
better
little
on
more.
offense. I mean, too.
Yeah.
You're always trying to get better. I'm just saying that from where we started, we're making progress. We're getting better. Now, we'll see if we can continue to do that. Duke's better on defense than the last team we played, you know, so it's like, we'll see.
Well, I guess what I'm saying, in 14, you guys were able to play a lot more aggressively.
14 was a different deal. I mean, we were really good on offense, and we won a bunch of games in shootouts. And what happened is the defense would get turnovers. They created turnovers, and the offense would score, and the other team would score, and we'd score. You know, it was like, but we got a lot of turnovers on defense, so that was better than stops. We're not getting any turnovers either. You know, so right now we're playing better in scoring defense. We're not giving up as many big plays, so we just got to figure out, if we can figure out how to get off the field on 3rd down, it ought to be a lot better.
Have Ricky and Brad established themselves to the point where there's not need for a rotation there at receiver?
Now you always got to have a rotation just because of reps. So,
Just to get them
but they've played better the last couple of games. They've made some plays this year.
Well, I'm sorry, I interrupted. What you're saying with the 3rd down defense, that the biggest problem is that you're giving up the 3rd and longs just kind of in all manners of ways? Is it like with the penalties and scrambles and so forth?
Here's the thing, right? Okay, if you're giving up 3rd downs, then you're going to give up points. If you take the last 2 games, all right? Again, if I'm going to measure it, I'm going to measure it by how many times do they score per possession. So if they have the ball 9 times and they score 7, that ain't good. If they have the ball 8 times and they score 6, that ain't good. Now, if they had the ball 16 times and they scored 5, that would be good. So if you can help yourself, if you play better on 3rd down, because they won't score on 7 out of 9. They'll be off the field.
You said that it's created some issues for you in terms of play calling too, because you don't want to take as many shots.
You know, the bottom line is a team game. You try to have one more than they do, whether it's 7-6, whether it's 47-46. If the defense holds them to 3 and we can't score, we lose. If the offense scores 50 and they score 51, we lose. You try to get one more point than them at the end of the game. That's just the way you got to play. Some games you're going to be better on defense. Some games you're going to be better on offense. Sometimes the special teams got to play. But it's a team game. They don't have any score down there where it says Georgia Tech offense, so many, Georgia Tech defense, so many, and vice versa. It says Georgia Tech. You're one team.
Anything else for Coach?